Hi, I'm Vinay from Universal Coaching Systems, and we help coaches create products. In this video, we're going to take a really quick look at a simple sales funnel that's perfect for coaches. So I'll see you on the other side. Welcome back. Thanks so much for the comments and feedback on my previous videos. I really appreciate it. And I'm so excited to see the interest and enthusiasm from everybody who's watched the videos on actually creating your own coaching products in your coaching business. You're starting to really get how important it is and actually how doable it is if you just go through the steps. So that's really great. Now, just as a quick recap, what we've been looking at is how you can go ahead and get started creating coaching products in your coaching business. Because at the end of the day, it gives you something tangible and clearly defined that you can sell to your clients, and that makes the job of selling so much easier. It also opens you up to having all these new possibilities and opportunities in your business, because once you've got that work under your belt, and you know when an opportunity presents itself, whether or not that's in scope or out of scope of your signature coaching program. So you can really focus, which brings me to that last point, is you're going to claim your expertise. You're going to become that go-to coach in your niche because you've done the work. You've developed those products. You know your shit. So you're ready. You're ready to claim that space out there in the world. And most importantly, in your own heart first, because that's where it's got to start. I'm Vinay, the founder of Universal Coaching Systems and Life Coach Office. I started selling my first information products in 2009, and since then I have helped thousands of coaches all over the world with their coaching products. So you're in good hands right now. And since you guys sent so many great questions through, I had to choose one topic to do my last video on, and I've decided to go for marketing because I know that there is so much hype out there and so many tools and systems and tricks and jargon in the whole marketing space that it can be completely overwhelming. And really, when you just break it down into the component parts, it's actually quite simple. So that's what I want to convey to you guys today in my last video. So let's get straight into it and talk about the simple sales funnel that every coach needs to have in their coaching business. Because what it does is it enables you to start getting attention and prospects from people all over the world, which is great because it widens your scope of prospects, and start to build a relationship with them. I like to think of the sales funnel as the analogy is, imagine you go to a networking event and you have an opportunity to meet and connect with everybody in the room. And you have a handshake. You don't just say, hi, buy my stuff, right? You have a handshake. You might you tell them what your name is, what your company is, what you do, share a story or an anecdote, or tell them a case study, but in a nice conversational way. And eventually, after maybe a couple of meetings, that person might actually say, hey, I really like you. Why don't we set up a consultation or something? So your email, your simple sales funnel is exactly that. It's just done online in a more automated way. And the beauty of it is you're not restricted by your time, because it takes time to go and talk to every person in the room. When you've got a simple sales funnel online, you can have lots more people coming in to that sales funnel. So you leverage your time and can communicate and connect with a whole lot more people. So it's a very exciting space to be in, and I want you to feel that, feel excited about getting your sales funnel online, and just keep in mind all of the opportunity and clients it's going to help you communicate with that you can't do now because you've only got 24 hours in a day, and some of those hopefully you're sleeping. Okay, so simple sales funnel, it basically starts like this, and you want to get eyeballs, and you get them into your funnel. And the best way to get eyeballs is to attract people into your freebie, and then they sign up for your list. So that's the next step. Step 2 is to capture email addresses. And that's by using a system, a common one that coaches start out with because they've got a free option is MailChimp. I personally started with Aweber. I just like that functionality a little bit better. There are heaps of others. It doesn't really matter what system you use. Just do it. Just get started. Use one that you like and you feel comfortable with. So you capture those email addresses. That's step 2. And step 3 is you have some sort of a follow-up system. And that can either be it's a follow-up. So you can automate it. The first step is to automate it. And you have a series of, say, 7 emails that go out over, every Monday for 7 weeks after they sign up. And it just tells them a little bit of your story and just is that rapport building process like you would do on a networking meeting. Nothing salesy about it. You're just making that connection, telling them about you, and helping them out in any way that you can. And if you want to take that automation, the follow-up to a next level, one thing that's really great, if you're ready to commit, you're on fire with your topic, you know your niche, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I just want to write every week, then just write a blog post every week and send that blog post out to your email list every week. And that is going to just have a compounding effect on your list. So that's also a great strategy for follow-up if you don't want to do that automated. You can actually have both running simultaneously too, which is really cool. Okay, and then the last step is that you actually sell. If you're building this relationship, two things sort of happen. You're building this relationship and they like you and you're not even selling anything, but they just go to your website because you've posted a blog post, and they go check out your website and they look around. They're like, I really like this person, this coach, they're pretty cool. And they see your workbook, or they see you're launching a program, and they might just buy it because they're on your site and they like you already. So sometimes it's that easy. At other times, you might run special offers and send those to your list, or you might, have a little plug for something in some of your automated emails. So those are the ways that sales start to happen. And the cool thing about it is there's nothing. It's a conversation. It's just like a networking event. There's nothing slimy. There's nothing pushy. It's just a conversation and a rapport building process. Some of the people who join your list aren't going to like you. Some of them are going to unsubscribe. It's totally fine. In this game, the most important thing to know is it's a numbers game. So if you feel like you're already down the path with maybe you already have a sales funnel and you're like, hey, nothing's happening, nobody's buying. Look at your stats. Go back and look. What's your conversion rate for your opt-in form? Maybe the language needs to change. Maybe your freebie needs to change. There's a rule of thumb that 1% of everybody who sees your offer will buy it. 1%. So, you might actually be performing a whole lot better than you think. So you might be wondering now, Bené, I'm not a life coach, but I'm a business coach, or I'm a writing coach, or I'm some other type of coach or teacher. Do I really need a simple sales funnel? Do I really need to develop products? And I think, yeah, every business who's in teaching and services kind of industry should have some sort of a passive income product, introductory product, a low entry product. So that would be your information product that you sell online. And every business these days should be capturing email addresses, because that's just an easy way to extend your reach and to communicate regularly with people who are potential fans and followers. So yeah, I think that any type of coach or teacher, this is still quite relevant. Another question I get asked a lot is, well, I don't have a niche yet. Is that okay? Or I'm not really prepared to commit to a niche yet. And my answer is, what I've seen happen with myself and some of my past students is sometimes you think you want to do this. And it's so much a part of your heart that you actually have to do that work even if it's wrong. So I really thought, no, I'm going to be a life coach and I'm going to be an expert in goal setting. And I had to get a certain way into a certain level of expertise and to have coached enough clients on that to realize, oh my gosh, I'm actually really bored. But I had to do that work. Somebody could have told me beforehand, Bené, maybe you should combine your IT experience with coaching. And I probably would have said, no, I don't want to do that. So sometimes you have to get a niche out of your system first. So if that's you, it's okay. The most important thing is to just start. Yes, you do need clarity in your business. You need to sell something. So you may as well start now. Even if you get it wrong, it's totally fine. What I've covered in this video series is really the tip of the iceberg when it comes to developing your own coaching products for your coaching business. But I hope that you've discovered a couple of gems that you can take away and put into practice today for you. And I also hope that you're starting to get really excited about the possibility, the flexibility, the opportunity, and the expertise that awaits you when you decide to embrace that big body of work and coming up with an awesome product suite for your coaching business, like a freebie and a workbook and an online course, which you can do online or offline. And I hope that you're starting to see how that can really start to transform how you think about yourself, your business, and then how your clients are going to see you as well. What I'd like you to do now is answer this question really honestly to yourself. And you can say it out loud because nobody's going to hear you. Or you can say it in your head if you've got, people around you. So, are you going to have products in your coaching business someday? Yes or no? And just answer that. Great. Now the second question is when? And set a date. It doesn't have to be now, it can be later, but set a date. Good. Now, if you've decided that it's now and you'd like to see this happen for your coaching business in the next 7 months, and you want a guide and a community to help and support you along the way and to teach you all those little details that are beneath the surface of that iceberg, then I'd love to see you on my Next Gen Live course. This is going to be a really exciting one because it's the 8th one I've run, and I'm changing up the format a little bit and having embracing the community a whole lot more. So what we've got for you is, of course, the weekly audios where you get a message from me every week, just specifying the specific goals that you need to do to move forward on this path, but just for that week, because I'm a big believer in you don't eat an elephant all in one bite. You start, with nibbling on the ear. So I just give you the pieces that you need for that week so that you can be really focused and get that work done. You also get access to all the videos on all of the major concepts that you need to learn to be able to do this piece of work for your coaching business. And that includes templates and exercises and videos. You also get 12 live calls. We're going to do one in January, we're going to do one in December, one in January, and then we're going to do 2 for every month after that until June, all the way through to June. So you've got all that to look forward to. You can ask questions live and I will just answer them for you on the spot so you can keep moving forward. And then last but not least, we've got a fabulous private Facebook group for online coach entrepreneurs just like you who have the same questions and who can share ideas. In there you start to make friends. I've got some of the contractors that I use for my own business in there answering your questions. So it's a fabulous place to be, and there you post daily. I'm in there every single day except for weekends because I take breaks on weekends. And it's just a fabulous place to be. So if that community and support and accountability sounds like something that you totally need to get this done and you're really excited about getting coaching products in your coaching business now, then I'd really love to see you on the live version, which I'll be launching on the weekend. So keep an eye on your email for that. So there's a limit to the questions I can answer on a short video series like this. So if I haven't answered your question yet, what I've decided to do, because I've got so much good stuff from you guys, is to answer your questions in my blog over the next 6 months or so. So if you haven't got your question answered yet, keep an eye out on my blog. And of course, if you want all of those answers and more, you can join Next Gen Live, which is going to open up for registration on the weekend. All right, I'm going to wrap it up there. I hope you've got some gems to take away, and I wish you all the best. Happy coaching.